Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, all of you. Thank you for waiting a little bit for my live. I was live on Facebook. I had a live with US, with California. And today's my topic for today is related to health. And if you don't know me, I'm a person who has three topics which I speak about them every Monday in the evening. First of all, I believe in health. Number two is relationships, and number three is money. And this is my program called Succeed Otherwise for entrepreneurs, which started in 2023. And because I think that money is money, health is number one, which we need to talk about. But people talk about money first, then the relationships, and the health, which is like the opposite side. So today I choose the stress for reasons. First reason is that many people, when I ask them this question, because I feel their energy, they are in stress. Are you in stress? Everybody tell me yes. There are no one adults and even kids nowadays they have stress. So I think that stress is a topic which we need to speak about it more, and about how we can feel it, the signs, the causes, and also alternative treatments, because I'm a person who believe in the alternative medicine. I speak about it a lot. For 7 years, I'm interested in the alternative ways. I am not against any medicine. I said to people, you can choose which kind of medicine you want. Of course, if somebody needs a operation and needs pills, you can take it. But if you can, how to say, try the alternative first and then go to the real medicine, it's better for your health. And because alternative medicine in general, it doesn't have side effect as the actual pills. Okay, because if you take any kind of pills and you open and read about it, you can see how many side effects it can have. And there are one author here in Czech Republic. I love to read his books, and he was talking about a topics how to create a passion. So from scratch. So it's interesting. I don't know if it's English, but I read it, and it's a reality. But anyway, if you have any issues, go to doctor. I'm not against it. So let's speak about the topic of stress. Why is stress nowadays? Why we are living in this kind of stress? Why everybody is stressful? Many people said because of technology, because we are here on technology all the time. I can agree with it. This why I'm trying, like, for 1 day, 1.5 day, not to have phone calls, because I'm working on the phone all the time. Or if you are working on the PC, there are this kind of energy from it, and it can affect our nervous system, and we can become more stressful. So I think this is number one. Of course, what we are living in the world. For this reason, I don't try to see what's happening around me a lot. I don't see any news. This is what I actually prevent myself from negative things. But sometimes you need to know what's happening around you. So there are also a lot of, for example, people who has big changes in their lives. Something happen in their lives and change. They get like divorce. They lose their jobs. There are many things become stressful, and pressure. They have a worries about the future. There are like responsibilities. There are money issues, many stress in the job. If they are not satisfied, if you are not satisfied in your job, you can become stressful. I had this before, and it was the reason why I quit my job. Actually, it was because I was stressful in my job. And sometimes the stress become because of the health issues, sometimes because of relationships, sometimes you are not eating very well, and sometimes you are using some stuff which is it's like, for example, alcohol, or you are smoking. Many people think, well, when I smoke I feel great, but actually the smoke will kill your body, because it's nothing beneficial in the smoking. In reality, the same for the alcohol. It's not, it's a poison. And I speak about it, I think many months ago. Maybe we can speak about it again. So there are a lot of ways to become stressful. All of this I was like trying to put on the paper, actually, what I think it can be stressful. But if you feel there are something else you feel why you are stressful, you can put in the comment. And I thank many people, they send me message after my lives and commenting, because the more you comment, or I can feel like the exchange of information, so it will be give me like more power to do more of these lives. So thank you for your comments and your questions. So this is why we have stress. The first step, why. If we don't know why, we cannot have the solutions, of course. And now we need to speak about the signs, because many people they have like small signs, and many people start to have a bigger signs. And the problem is there are two types of stress. There are acute stress, which I think is inevitable in our life, and there are a chronic stress. The acute stress, when we try to, let's say, to deal with it, it cannot become chronic, because if it's chronic, it's worse. It will be affecting our body. And I will tell you now what I think, how much stress can affect your body from my way and my experience. Because I also choose this topic because I had a lot of stress and I decided to deal with it. And unfortunately, it becomes chronic. And in 2022, I was experiencing a lot of stress in many ways, which I was like telling you before. It was losing my work. It was like a lot of problems in my business relationships, a lot of things happening. And I was becoming very stressful, and actually burnout is one of the also like stress signs. And for this reason, I'm telling you, we need I will tell you what this is signs, so you can prevent them, and what I did. So it is part of this conversation today is my own experience as well. So some of the things which people experiment when they have stress is headache. Sometimes headaches can be like many things, can be like that you are dehydrated. Sometimes it's like you are a little bit stressed, but if you are very stressful, it can be like many times you have headaches. Sometimes it's too much headaches because you have stress in your work and you work too much. So it can become a migraine for the headache. You also can have the sign of the mental health, could be like nervousness, as a little bit nervous, okay, and can become also depression and anxiety and panic attacks. This is what personally I had. I have panic attacks from nowhere because I have a lot of stress, and I figure out that very, how to say, not on the time, and I was like fighting it. I said, no, I'm not stressful. The problem with people that we adults, we see the signs and we don't want to see it. And this is what I learned myself, that once I see that, I feel that something like I like experience more nervousness, so I try to calm down and I try to deal with the situation than to leave it, because if you leave it, it will become chronic. So this is like the mental issues from the stress. Another thing is about heart, because not only is the stress in your head, but also is the stress in the heart. You can feel like tachycardia, like your heart beating more. You can also, unfortunately, can be serious problems with your heart, like high blood pressures. You can have more complicated heart disease as well, can affect the stress, the breathing. And we are living because we are breathing. So can you imagine that you are stressful, so you are superficially breathing, and if you don't have deep breath, which I say to people, many people who are stressful, to have a breath exercise. So this is what will happen to you, that you have a fast breath, which will not oxygenate your body, so you will feel more stressful. So it's like a circle. So the stress will have a problems and side effect on your breath. And another things, today I was discussing with someone about the stomach issues, the stomach and the gastrointestinal issues. If you feel like you have issues with the stomach, it can be related to the stress. And another side, there are skin problems. Sometimes people have like eczema or some kind of problems in their skin, and it is related to the stress, but they don't know about it. Skin irritation. Sometimes it's muscle. You have like, how to say, contractions in muscles. And contraction in muscles is because you have a deficiency in magnesium. And if you take it, actually, it will help you. And because of stress, your magnesium will be going away. And this is why I listened to a doctor today on a TikTok. He was talking about if you have a lot of stress, you are losing a lot of magnesium. A majority of the population don't have enough of magnesium. So for this reason, I advise the people to take, he said, I advise the people to take the magnesium. And myself, I'm taking magnesium two different ways. It's malat in the morning and the glycinate in the evening, and it's working on the sleep in the evening, in the morning on the energy. But it's needs for everyone. If you are not taking it, you can ask your doctor, but it's you can buy it, I think, from anywhere. And there are also another sign is hair loss. If you have experienced hair loss, it means you have a high level of stress. It's cortisol. Cortisol is affecting as this hormone of stress. Sometimes you need it, of course. We are, I said, small stress, but the high level of hormone of cortisol can affect your hair. So the hair loss. Also, if you are stressful, you cannot sleep, is insomnia. So insomnia and stress are very related. And I know it from myself, from my experience. When I was having a stressful situation, I couldn't sleep myself. I couldn't sleep. So I tell you I will tell you, of course, what I did, a result of these signs. Another thing, there are obesity or the opposite. You can lose weight. Some people, when they are stressful, they are to eat too much. And we become obese. What we have another problems with our health. Blood pressure, I thought about it. Diabetes, also, it's related to stress. High level of stress can lead to diabetes. Also, it can lead to immunity problem. And this is what happened to me, because I had in 2022 one of the most I can say a critical flu, which wasn't for 1 month and more. I was coughing and I was in the middle of the stressful situation. And I know that I did something wrong. And actually, it was like a lesson for me that every time I have my priority is my health. And this is why I created in 2023 the health, relationships, and money, because it was my experience. So immunity system will be lowering when you have a high level of stress, which is mean high level of cortisol. From immunity system, you can have allergies. I had before allergy is called, I have chronic sinusite, and I treated with also alternative medicine. And this is a real story. I treated with a substance called resveratrol, and I use it and till today. And also I recommend anyone who has like problems with allergy and immunity problems, because it's the resveratrol is in the like red grapes, okay, and is a natural treatment. You can Google it. Another thing is if you have a high level of stress, you can feel dizziness. You can feel headache. You can feel also problem of concentration. So you cannot concentrate if you are like in stress. Okay, so these are some of the signs which I figure out we can have it. If you have more signs related to you, if you are in stress, you can tell me also if you have any other signs. Let me know in the comment. So this I speak about why we are stressful, now the signs, and after the signs, what we can do. Because if we don't actually treat the stress, we can lead to a lot of problems of our health, chronic problems, and unfortunately, a lot of people will be having issues forever. So what we can do for it in alternative ways. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I will not, you can ask your physician if you are feeling stressed. But what I tried myself and many people around me tried, so I will tell you today. One of the things which I tell people and is truth is number one, you need to put yourself first. And this is what I didn't do it before. Before I experienced in 2022 the burnout as a stress. And I started to do it from 2020 to the end of 2022, 23, and today. So today I put myself first. What it means that first in the morning, I have my morning routine and relaxation and the self-relax. This is something which I do for now almost 2 years, and it's helped me a lot for controlling my stress levels. Okay, and first in the relaxing side, I have meditation, I have prayer, I have gratitude, which is very important, because if you are grateful about things, you start to not worry too much about other things. If you are grateful about them, then I take breaks. If I feel that I am now overwhelmed, or I feel that I start to be overwhelmed, I need to take breaks, go to walk, do something else, because I use my brain all the time. I work online and I talk to people, so it's more about mental things. So I need physical also exercise. I also write down my ideas. Journalisting is something I also learned. You can try it. What I do also some exercise, dancing, aerobic. And there are some alternative medicine like aromatherapy. One of them is lavendel, ylang it's called. And the herbal tea for me is working, chamomile and melissa. These two combination is very good for calming before sleeping, to take a cup of tea of chamomile, of melissa, or together. There are combination. If you are very stressful, I advise you to seek a therapist or someone to help you with your situation. It doesn't mean that you need to go to take pills like fast, but first start with the therapist. You can start also with family members if you have close family members or friends or someone you trust. Take the routine. There are something which help me also, like give away. If you try to give something, actually the act of giving is calming. And this is something interesting. You don't need to give too much, but anything, give help, give something extra, help someone in need. The act of giving is calming act and is calming stressful situation. Believe me, I know about it. And also the giving is good, because the more you give, the more you get. It's like a positive energy. And then we talk about nutrition. If we speak about nutrition, there are some nutrition which will be elevating, relaxing your mood. There are like fish. I eat more fish, for example. Turmeric, dark chocolate, which I eat. I love it too much. And green tea, almond are great also to take it as a nutrition. Other stuff are magnesium, as I told you, vitamin Bs are important, vitamin B and vitamin D. Omega are good for your heart, and I talk about resveratrol. All this stuff are working for me. It's again is alternative. There are more alternative things, and I will be happy if someone knows about more things, so we can share it with the world, because sharing is caring, as my friend said to me. So this is in general, because today I give you some. We need to speak about this topic of stress, and to deal with it, we need to talk more. Maybe we can bring some therapist to discuss with us. I will ask her if she speaks English, actually, and because I send a lot of people for therapists myself. I know there are many people in stress, in depression, in anxiety, so I send her to this. My friend, she's a psychologist and therapist. So yeah, this is our the alternative ways. Now I will tell you about other stuff what I am now myself trying on some people who are stressful. And today I have a story with my neighbor. Actually, she invited me to coffee today. We met in. She is beside me, and I know that she has a very painful situation. She lost her family member, her daughter, many years ago, but she still cannot like deal with it. And every time I see her, she told me that she have problems with sleeping, she is stressful, she is in depression. And I told her about therapist, of course. And I advise her with two things today, because I'm a person who is curious about alternative medicine. So I came across the neurotechnology, which I am now talking about it a lot, because I'm using it and sharing with other people. And this technology is called Super Patch. And today I ask her to use these two on herself. One is for stress, and another one is for joy. It's called joy, actually, for happiness, and another for stress. What this patch do, actually, there are nothing in it. There are no ingredients in these patches, and they are based on neurotechnology. Of course, I can speak about it for hours. I have on my Facebook a special group to talk about this neurotechnology, about how we are trying it on people. I had before this a life with California, with my business partner who is working also on this project. And he was talking about his experience and his wife experience about this technology. So if you are interested, of course, I will give you more information about it, how to use it. There are many types of usage of this technology, not only for stress and happiness, but today our topic is about it. So we can share less next time more about this information. So this all for me today. If you have any question, if you have any issues about stress, if you have any story to deal with it, if you have any success story that you deal with the stress, it will be also good. We can do also interviews with people who try to kick the stress in alternative way again. So that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching again, and you can share my video, ask questions, comment on it, and see you next Monday. Another topic, succeed otherwise in your health, in your relationships, and in your money. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.